I said this many times over the last year, and it looks like it's finally happening right now. In my honest opinion, for the bulls, it's time to get a little concerned. Why? Let's take a look at that. Like the video if you like the video. If you already like the video, you don't know what's going to happen right here, but just like it anyway. So what am I looking at exactly? Well, there are a couple of things, and like I said, altcoins are in a bad place right now. And it all has to do with Bitcoin, which all has to do with the S&P, because the S&P was at its top and it's now going down again. And yes, it was at its top. I'm gonna show you. And whenever the S&P, so let me show you the S&P right here. So you would say like, at its top? It wasn't at its top. It was, and I'm gonna show you in a second. But whenever the S&P goes down, which it's doing right now, right? Bitcoin goes down with it, as you can see right here. And if Bitcoin goes down, the altcoin market also goes down. Thing is that Bitcoin has less liquidity than the S&P, and altcoins have less liquidity than Bitcoin. So whenever the S&P goes down, sorry, hiccup, then altcoins go down way harder, right? And the problem is now that I don't really see much for a bounce. Why do I say that? Well, look at this tweet by Benjamin Cohen. S&P divided by the M2. What's the M2? That's the money supply. The money supply, the relationship between M1 and M2 money. M1 and M2 money have several definitions ranging from narrow to broad. M1 is coins and currency in circulation plus checkable demand deposits, etc. And M2 is that plus saving deposits, money market funds, certificates of deposit, etc., etc. So that's the money supply, right? So if you look at the S&P divided by the M2, you will actually see that a dollar here is not worth as much as a dollar right there. So technically the S&P was at its high, and that's where it got rejected in 2022. That's where it got rejected in 2021, 2022, and now it's also getting rejected in 2023. With the current economics, with the current shit that's going on in the world, the Netherlands is already in a recession. With America, 95% chance that it will go into a recession as well. Yeah. It's like not very understandable to think that this will just go up and break new all-time highs right now, does it? Okay, so I hope we all agree that the S&P is very likely to go down much further. So when, like I said, the S&P goes down, Bitcoin goes down as well. Now for Bitcoin, to start with that, we were in an uptrend from the beginning of this year. And we hold the line pretty well, but now we broke it. And now the line is broken, you see that the downtrend is actually starting. So now we have the bull market support band that could offer support to us, right? We broke it right here, we retested it here, we retested it here, and now we are here again. If you are bullish in altcoins, you better hope that Bitcoin is holding this bull market support band. If I have to guess, we break it and we go down. Why? Not because I'm a bear, for the people that always like to comment on such things or say that whatever. Because, well, like I just said, the S&P, the current market situations, just use your common sense. That's one, right? Two, if we look at the market cycle, okay? In the pre-halving year, here as well, we found the bottom, we pumped all the way up above the bull market support band, and by the second half of the year, we fell under the bull market support band and went low again, right? In the last pre-halving year, what did we do? Same thing, we found the bottom, we went up above the bull market support band, we topped out, we fell below second half of the year under the bull market support band, and we went near the lows again. Now, what do we do in this year? Exactly the same picture perfect. We had a bottom, we broke above the bull market support band, we topped out, and now second half of the year, what's likely to happen? Well, so far it's already happening. We go down under the bull market support band and searching for a way near all-time lows again. All-time lows, cycle lows. So, if you want to change my mind on that, then you have to have a very good argument on why this time is going to be different from now on, because Come on, look at the charts. Like, you can paste all these cycles over each other. It looks identical. You could look at these charts up front and be like, yeah, but this is too easy to trade. This can't happen. And therefore nobody traded this, and therefore it's happening. Like, that's what it does. So yeah, Bitcoin not looking so good at the moment, and not because it went down with like 2% or so, but it's breaking key support levels. Yeah, compared to the fact that the S&P just topped out, right? So that's not looking that good. Ethereum is finding the $1,700 range again. Haven't been there for a couple of weeks. If we look at Ethereum, Bitcoin, then you'll see that it's like, meh, not really looking that good. Short term, small uptrend, which was broken. Long term, Ethereum for a year is already going down against Bitcoin. Yeah, doesn't look that good as well. And if we zoom out a little bit, you just can see that, you know, it was an uptrend, distribution phase, downtrend, accumulation phase, uptrend, distribution phase, downtrend, right? These are just, you know, the phases of a market cycle. Now, Ethereum is, of course, the biggest altcoin out there. And if Ethereum collapses, yeah, then altcoin collapse as well. So too many things come together that tells me that altcoins are not looking that good. BNB as well, one of the bigger coins, a lot of liquidity, a lot of coins are paired with BNB. Yeah, if we take a look at BNB, I see big support right here, where we are right now, give or take. Right, so if the market does decide to go down a little further, yeah, BNB is already at its last support, right? So if this goes down, it goes down hard. I don't, you know, $60, $80 BNB, I would not be surprised. But most people in a bear market, you know, they hear these prices and be like, nah, that never happens. It happens. It's always like, it's crypto. There's no liquidity in crypto, right? So yeah, going from $300 to $50, it's not that weird, right? You also expect something to go from 50 to 300. That also happens. So the other way around in a bear market, yeah. Okay, so but the S&P looks like shit. Bitcoin follows, and Bitcoin is breaking key support levels, right? The altcoin market, however, we said like, hey, Bitcoin, you know, is, you know, probably breaking down its bull market support band. How does that look for altcoins? Well, altcoins did not even manage to break above the bull market support band in the first place. We went above here for a while, but we did not have a convinced breakout. We fell right back below, right? And now we got rejected again. Altcoins, where's the support? Really? This is the total 3, right? So this is everything excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So where is the support? Right, yeah, this right here, give or take, all right, and you know, if you zoom in, you have a little extra support at pretty much where we are right now, slightly lower maybe, but that's it. That's it, right? It's nothing special or anything. The 50 weekly moving average, we're below that as well. Yeah, it's all not looking so good if you ask me. The Bollinger Bands on the weekly are squeezing a bit, right? The last time they were squeezing right here, it followed by a pretty nasty red candle. And yeah, also not looking so good, to be honest. So there is not much in the crypto space currently that makes me very bullish, to be honest. By the way, if you do want to know how I'm playing this exactly, how my portfolio looks like, how much cash, how much coins, how much this, how much that, check out the Patreon, be one of the legends. There's a link down below. If you really want to invest in yourself and make something out of the market to prepare now and get, you know, it going in the next bull market, man, you have to be there. It's a crazy place. For now, yeah, like I said, it's just not looking so good, and there are always exceptions. Chain GPT, big ass bump out of nothing, right? Overall, it is not even that special though, because it's still a lower high, right? We have a high, we have a high, we have a high, we have a high, but it's still a lower high, right? Although the pump of like, what was it, 50% or something like that, 70% if you include the wick, right? Crazy. But that's what a bear market does. It shows you like, hey, there is hope. Then you put your money in and it takes all your hope and everything away. That's just what it does. So that's not looking that good. Overall, it's not that the altcoin market now took a very big hit today or anything. Like, it went down a little bit. Well, on the day it's even up, right? Because yesterday in the night it went down, right? But again, it just went down with 4% in a day. But 4% plus 4% plus 4%, it's what it does all the single time, right? If I look at my altcoin watch list, there are some coins that are green, right? But overall, zoom out. What the fuck does this mean, right? So what? If you bought here and you want to sell it here because you're trading it, congratulations. But as an investor, yeah, most of these coins, I don't see nothing special. Even Illuvium, right? People were really bullish on Illuvium. Oh, look at the pump. It's crazy. It's pumping so hard. Congratulations on this little pump right here, right? But at the end of the day, it's nothing else than, you know, half of what happened right here. And it still went down even harder, right? Especially if you look on the Bitcoin pair. Just getting wrecked. So I'm having my watch list ready for sure, but I'm not buying yet, right? For example, people look at altcoin pairs on altcoins on the dollar pair, like AVAX, right? Like I have here on my screen, and they'd be like, oh yeah, look at this bottom area here, 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 here. You should buy right now. No, you should look at the right charts right now. Look at AVAX Bitcoin. It put in, is it a new low already or what? Well, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But look what it did, right? It's now at the cheapest point you can ever possibly buy it, right? Ever. It made a new low, right? While AVAX dollar, and this goes for every altcoin, right? That's the sad thing. But if you look at AVAX dollar, right, it was at the same level in December 2022. Well, if we go to December 2022, where was it on its Bitcoin pair? Here. Twice as high, right? So you might think like, oh, AVAX putting in a double bottom right now. Well, no, it's twice as low already, right? On its Bitcoin pair. And the only reason that AVAX on its dollar pair is not at $5 yet is because Bitcoin is holding up, right? Well, like I said at the beginning of the video, it's very likely for Bitcoin to go down. And therefore altcoins could easily lose another 50%. Easy. So I want to go over one comment in this video because this is the comment I get most. And this is where people go wrong in crypto. Someone said, if you buy now, you will make at least 5x for sure on alts. If you wait, you might get a 10 or 20x. But dollar cost averaging into a coin that's 98% down now isn't a stupid play. There are zero guarantees anything crashes. Exactly, there are no guarantees, but there are charts, right? And if you look at the charts like we have been doing for the last year, this is all predicted, right? So I said like something that's down 98% can always go down another 90. And he said, if you're staring at a 98% drawdown on a coin, you start your entries. And that's where people go wrong. And I gave the example of, for example, Moonbeam, right? But I can also go with Hex or any other coin that crashes a little harder than the rest. If you look at, for example, Moonbeam, here it is, right? So if you, for example, look at Moonbeam, you'll see that from the all-time high, it went down indeed 98%, which is here, 98%. But from that point, it's now down another 74%. So you can say whatever you want if you look at a coin and it's down 98%, but it can always go down another 98. This is already on the way, right? If you felt like, yeah, I just started buying right there. If you put in $1,000, you will now have 250, right? I am not buying. I still have my $1,000, right? So if you put in 250 right now, and let's say we go here, we do a 10x, right? Congratulations, you turned your initial $1,000 to $2,500. Is that really what you are doing it for? If I do this right now with my $1,000, I would have $10,000. So it's not, I'm not here sitting predicting. I'm here sitting showing what's happening literally at this moment for a long while now, right? Altcoins can go down way more than you think. Another example that I gave on the show is Cardano, right? What did it do last cycle, right? It went down from the top 80%. People felt like, oh, it's down 80%, good time to buy. What happened after that? It went down another 80%, completely wrecked. And even the people that felt there like, oh, now it's a good time to buy, it went down another 84%, right? The people that put in money here, they lost a lot. From 60 cents to 1.5, right? 60 cents to 1.5 cents. So if you put in $600, you would have $15 here. And that's if you already bought an 80% dip, right? Now, for a lot of people, it's so, I think most people just have the question like, yeah, well, if we do not buy here, then where do we buy? And that's what I've been preaching a lot on this channel. I have these drawings everywhere. But what the market does is, you know, we are in a downtrend right now. After a downtrend comes a sideways trend. That's the accumulation phase. And then the uptrend starts. Then the distribution phase starts. And then the downtrend starts again. And that's how it goes all the time. People love to buy this. I don't know why. Yeah, I know why. FOMO, feelings, right? You should not have any feelings in crypto. It's very hard to turn off your feelings. But if you don't do that, you will turn off your wealth. And you have to choose between one of those. And you really have to think about it like this. If you see a chart and it goes down and you want to buy it so badly, why? Probably because you love the coin so much and you believe in it so much that you want to have it. But if you love it so much and if you want to have it so much, then you want to have more, I guess. How do you get more? By buying lower, right? And some people confuse it with buying the bottom. You should not search for the bottom. There, you cannot time the bottom. That's what I would never recommend. But the bottom in crypto, a cycle never looks like this, right? It never looks like that. You know, it's not that I'm sitting here saying like, buy the bottom, right? Or sorry, I've drawn it wrong. It never looks like this. And sometimes I feel that people think that this is what it's going to look like. That they feel like, yeah, but I cannot time this anyway, so I'm going to just buy all the way down. It will look like this. You know, accumulate the bottom area. And what I said before as well is like, if a cycle looks like this, sideways up, sideways at the top, down, sideways up, right? If you buy this complete area, you're throwing your money away. If you somehow miss this, you can always buy this. You will have the same entry as the people that bought on the way down, only you have way more guarantees that the specific project that you are buying survives, right? In the first place, because a lot of projects die here. And you have the guarantees, or well, more guarantees, that you have a way safer entry. Because if it goes down, you don't know how far it's going down. If it already goes up, it's at least not in its downtrend anymore. Save yourself. Really, I can't stress this enough. It's so simple. Crypto is easy. Sorry I don't want to sound arrogant or anything, but it is easy. But it's also very easy to make it very hard, and harder than it actually needs to be, right? People are so much focused on their altcoins, and they look at charts and they take the chart and be like, oh, let's get a 1 hour chart, and fuck, this was the bottom, I should buy now. And at the end of the day, these things always happen. If you zoom out, it's no straight lines. It goes up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down all the time. But overall, if you look at the macro direction of these altcoins, what is it doing? It's still going down. The problem is a lot of people, they already witnessed this and they thought that this was the bear market. No, this is also a bear market. It's just a way more painful bear market because this is taking longer, it's slower, you'll have to be more patient, and here you at least know what you're up to. Right? It's fucked up to see that in a couple of 2 months your portfolio gets vanished, right? But here your portfolio just gets vanished as much, but it takes 2 years. And yeah, that's the period where people feel like, let me allocate more and more and more. And overall, if you have been buying for the last year, chances are pretty high that your portfolio is down hard, right? And I know there are exceptions. There are coins that did well, Nakamoto Games, Caspa, whatever. But that's not the general direction that the market offers, right? Otherwise, the total tree wouldn't have looked like this, a downtrend, right? Otherwise, altcoins on their Bitcoin pair wouldn't have gone down, but they went up. So exceptions included, direction is still down. If you want to chase the exceptions, go for it. That's not my strategy, because you do not know upfront what the exceptions are going to be. You simply do not know. I do know that the Bitcoin dominant, let me remove the bull market support band, by the way, on this one. I do know that the Bitcoin dominance shows its dominant season, right? It's Bitcoin season. You know, for people still, if I don't know if there's still YouTube, I don't watch YouTubers anymore, but if there are still YouTubers or people on Twitter calling for an alt season, they're blind, stupid, or fooling you, or I don't know. I have no idea, right? But alt season is not even relevant in for the last 3 years, 2 years, 2.5. This was the last alt season. This was an alt rally. This was an alt rally. Technically, it is an alt season, but you know, is it like okay? When the dominance goes down, it's an alt season, right? If it goes down hard, that's a real alt season. If it goes down a little bit, like this, these spikes, in hindsight, this is sideways basically, right? If you call that an alt season, we had an alt season here, we had an alt season here, here, alt season here, alt season here, alt season here, here, like here, like no, that's not an alt season, and that's not coming anytime soon. I can guarantee you that. Even if in a couple of months, maybe some altcoins pump 200%, an alt season, right? An alt season is where altcoins pump 200% day after day after day after day after day for a year. That's where the crazy, well, not for a year, but you know, here from December till May, right? Half a year. That's an alt season where they constantly go up, right? Overall, the market looks like complete shit. Like I said, Bitcoin is following the S&P. Well, if I, again, look at the S&P, especially on this chart, yeah, I can't help but notice that the S&P is going down pretty hard. I've taken the chart on my screen as well, and it's not even only in these last years, right? Like if you, it is like really a trend. If you look at this, look, where's my box? Look, isn't this a huge, we can even draw it further than this. It's incredible. It's such a beautiful time to live. Like, look at this. This is the S&P. Rejection in 2002. Rejection in 2007. Rejection in 2020. In 2022. In 2023. Now, with the current macro, with the current recession probably coming up. Again, like I said, do you honestly believe that the S&P is going to do this? I don't see any valid reason why it would do that, right? I don't see it. But we do know that if the S&P goes down, Bitcoin goes down with it. And it is so obvious. Like I said many times before, every pre-halving year, the last half of the year, Bitcoin goes down. Well, what's the narrative for it, right? I mean, the price will go down. Then you just have to ask, okay, what's the narrative? Oh, recession probably. S&P just correcting. Pre-election year, by the way, where the S&P always corrects. Always. Always. So Bitcoin goes down, so altcoins go down. If altcoins do not go down, this would be the biggest exception ever. I don't bet my money on huge exceptions. I really don't. Please, don't be ignorant. Don't be foolish. Don't. Right? How far can the S&P go down, bro? I don't know. I have no clue. can't tell you. I haven't really lived through this kind of recession before that we possibly get. At least not when I was involved in crypto. Yeah, in 2020. But 21 was it, sorry. But it's written on the wall. It's and I'm glad a lot of people on this channel often comment like, "Yo, dude, I saved a lot of money because of you, thanks." But sometimes I just, like I showed that comment, I get these comments and people say, "Nah, this time is different and just DCA." Please, for Christ's sake, there is no reason at all to believe that altcoins have bottomed. At all. Zero. I can go into a discussion with everybody. I would love to. Invite me on your stupid podcast or stream or whatever with how many followers you have on Twitter and calling your audience to buy altcoins for an alt season. You are wrecking people. And therefore, I'm getting a little emotional because of this. Because I got wrecked in the past as well, hard, right? And it was mainly because I listened to a lot of influencers and all of that. Because they had a 100K audience and they still were too stupid to look at a chart, right? And therefore, I feel like, let's please not wreck this audience. Please not. And guys, even again, stop looking at the 4-hour chart or whatsoever if you are an investor, okay? If crypto, altcoins do something like this in the meantime, I'm not saying that that's impossible. We could have bounces along the way, right? But if something goes down, again, it doesn't go down like this. It goes down like this, right? And every time this happens, people be like, oh, stupid FOMO. Oh, you were wrong, alt season. At the end of the day, we are here. Right? We are here. Every time I shoot a video, we are lower again. Right? It is... A bear market is not for... It sounds stupid, sorry, but I'm going to tell you this. A bear market is not for making money. Do you want to make money in crypto tomorrow? Put some money in shitcoins. Use crypto as a casino. But be prepared to lose your money as well. Right? If you are about investing... Invest today, invest tomorrow, next month, next year, I don't know. It's not going to reward you overnight. Not now. A bear market is for not losing money. And a bear market is very good at making people lose money. And the people that are still here, they're mostly losing money. But that's what I'm saying, the people that are still here. If you look at, let me show you my screen better. There we go. This last thing, this is the social risk. So this is, you know, the amount of people following YouTubers for crypto, subscribing, follow people on Twitter, etc. That's the red line. What does the red line do? Up or down? Down. So if people are leaving crypto, no new money is coming into crypto. Check, we got that. So if we want altcoins and everything that everybody's so excited about to really go up hard, then what do we need? Because no new money is coming in, so we need existing money. Well, the existing money, you'll see right here, is not going into altcoins because the Bitcoin dominance shoots up. The existing money goes maybe from shitcoin A to shitcoin B, but eventually back into Bitcoin. So that's the only money in crypto right now is going from altcoins. They take the liquidity out of altcoins and they put it into Bitcoin. Not into altcoins. Otherwise, the dominance will be going down. So if you want some exposure to the crypto market anyway, then why don't you buy Bitcoin? I don't get it. Right? Yeah, I get it because people search for excitement. Right? Bitcoin is not exciting. Yeah, Bitcoin is not wrecking you. Oh, that's so exciting. Like, there is a time to be in Bitcoin. There is a time to be in altcoins. There is a time to be in nothing. This is not the time to be in altcoins. No, not yet. Right? It is coming. Oh, the opportunity is going to be huge. I'm going to buy so much fucking altcoins. Really. But going heavy on altcoins right now, well, like I said, it's quite written on the wall that it's going to crash. Well, going to crash, that it is already crashing. Like I'm saying for a year right now. Look what happened this year alone. Altcoins on their Bitcoin pair down 50%. Right? So if you were just in Bitcoin, you would have at least saved yourself 50%. And if you want to have altcoins that bad, you can even buy them back now with your Bitcoin. You have twice as big of a bag, right? But you can also wait until it finds its bottom, right? And again, wait for the bottom, but the bottom range, right? Buy this I'm a DCA this entire area, and it's a big range, right? It's a range from the bottom to the top. It ranges about 50%, right? So I'm gonna buy far from the bottom. I know that. But if you buy now, you buy way further from the bottom. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. Sorry that my videos take so long, but sometimes I feel like, man, it needs to be said. And I just want to make this the smartest and the richest community there is. And I cannot do that by just screaming, oh, these are the best altcoins to buy right now. It's going to be alt season, just because I want more subscribers on this channel. I'm scaring the shit out of people. Like, I'm not getting a lot of subs. People don't find this interesting because they don't get these juicy calls. Yeah, I'm not making you lose money, at least, right? Once the time is right, we're going to talk about that for sure. But for now, let's make sure that you actually have money by the time you should buy. That's all I wanted to say. Guys, again, shout out to the Patreon holders. These guys get it. They know everything that you now hear and more. So go check out the link down below if you feel like, okay, how to fucking do this crypto thing step by step. Check it out. It's awesome. Here as well, thanks for your support. I love that everybody is always here. This channel was made in the bear market, right? So everybody that's here is basically a legend because you are still sticking around in the bear. You're not giving up, and big shout out for that. So guys, see you soon.